Welcome to the HFY Tales channel. Remember to like and subscribe if you like the story. Enjoy and take care.
In the vast expanse of the galaxy lies the planet Irilith, a world vibrant and alive, where bioluminescent plants glow under the soft light of two moons. Towering trees intermingle with colossal rock formations, creating a breathtaking tapestry of colors that shifts with the seasons. This is a realm untouched by mainstream interstellar politics, a sanctuary for life forms whose beauty and danger had long captured the attention of explorers across the galaxy. Among these intrepid souls is Owen, an anthropologist and explorer of human origins. Driven by a desire to understand life beyond Earth, he had set his sights on Irilith's enigmatic inhabitants, the Virith. The tales of their fierce warriors, their profound connection to the land, and their unique customs had whispered to his adventurous spirit ever since he laid eyes on an ancient tome detailing the planet's secrets. Owen donned his expeditional gear, the advanced technology humming softly against his skin. His brown eyes sparkled with curiosity as he navigated through the lush underbrush, the sounds of alien wildlife echoing around him. Each rustle and call heightened his anticipation of what he might uncover today. As a human, Owen often felt like an outsider, but his studies of the Virith's culture had gifted him with a respect that few visiting humans received. He had immersed himself in their language, history, and rituals, just enough to navigate through their world without drawing ire. His research was about to lead him deeper into the heart of this world than he had ever imagined. Little did he know that a simple act of kindness would change the course of his fate forever. As Owen ventured deeper into the emerald thickets, the sounds of Irilith's wildlife enveloped him, an orchestra of chirps, roars, and rustling leaves. He paused by a shimmering pool of water that reflected the soft twilight. Around the pool, flowers resembling iridescent stars floated gracefully, and the air was thick with a sweet, intoxicating scent. Suddenly, a commotion disrupted this serene atmosphere. From the distance, Owen heard guttural shouts cut through the calm. Curiosity outweighed caution, and he moved silently toward the sound, every instinct urging him to remain out of sight. What he witnessed left him breathless. A group of Virith warriors, tall and muscular with skin tones ranging from deep azure to vibrant jade, fought valiantly against a fearsome creature, a massive, scaled beast with menacing fangs and glowing eyes. The warriors displayed impressive agility and strength, their movements graceful even as chaos unfolded around them. Among them stood Camilla, their queen. Her presence radiated authority, her long, flowing hair adorned with intricate braids and tribal ornaments that glimmered like stars. Clad in battle-torn armor that accentuated her athletic form, she wielded a spear with remarkable precision. Owen felt a surge of admiration as he watched her fight. She commanded the intense clash with poise, her fierce spirit palpable in every maneuver. But just as she was about to deliver a fatal strike, the creature lunged, its clawed paw sweeping towards her. Without thinking, Owen stepped from the shadows, adrenaline coursing through him. He grabbed a heavy branch from the ground and hurled it at the beast, hoping to distract it. The plan worked momentarily. The creature's attention diverted, allowing Camilla the perfect opportunity to drive her spear deep into its neck. With a deafening roar, the creature collapsed, its body thudding heavily against the earth. Breathing heavily, Owen approached the group cautiously, his heart racing. The Virith warriors, still on edge, turned their gazes towards him, wary of this unexpected human interloper. But it was Camilla who stepped forward, bloodied yet victorious. She regarded Owen with both surprise and intrigue. "Who dares to interfere with the hunt of the Virith?" she demanded, her voice strong yet carrying a hint of curiosity as her piercing gaze locked onto his. "Owen," he replied, his voice steadier than he felt. "I am here to study and learn about your people, your culture. I meant no disrespect. I just saw that you needed help." Camilla raised an eyebrow, her expression shifting from suspicion to something more contemplative. "You risked your life for a moment of distraction? Why?" Before answering, Owen noticed her arm trembled slightly, a wound from the battle glistening with crimson against her skin. "You're hurt," he said instinctively, stepping forward again. "It is nothing," she asserted, though the strain in her voice told otherwise. Instinctively, Owen shrugged off his jacket and stepped closer, offering it to her. "Please, it might help protect you until you can recover." Camilla's eyes widened as she examined the article of clothing. In Virith culture, clothing exchanged in battle held potent meaning. It symbolized a bond, an offering of safety and intimacy that was potent and serious. As she took the jacket, Owen felt the air around them shift. The warriors whispered among themselves, their expressions bewildered at this act of kindness. In the heart of the battle, Owen had unknowingly woven himself into the fabric of Virith tradition. Camilla draped the jacket over her shoulders, and for a heartbeat, an unspoken connection sparked between them, a blend of uncertainty and intrigue. Yet, Owen was blissfully unaware that this moment would bind him to the tribe in ways he could never have anticipated. As the Virith began to gather and clear the remnants of their hunt, a sense of foreboding washed over Owen. Unbeknownst to him, the implications of his gesture would lead him down a path he could never have imagined, one filled with expectation, tradition, and a queen's heart. As the dust settled from the encounter, Owen stood amid the Virith warriors, uncertain of what to expect. Camilla gestured for the group to regroup, her demeanor shifting from warrior to queen as she surveyed her people. She held her head high, exuding confidence, but Owen could see the flicker of something deeper, a complexity in her expression that hinted at uncharted territory. The gathered warriors conversed among themselves, their voices rising in excitement, with glances cast towards Owen that made him feel both welcomed and scrutinized. He felt like a fragile monument, admired yet questioned, and the weight of their expectations pressed heavily upon him. "What will we do now, my queen?" One of the warriors, tall with intricate tattoos winding up his arms, questioned. "The human has offered his clothing, a mark of alliance with you." Camilla turned towards Owen, her brow furrowed in contemplation. "Yes, it is a mark," she murmured, the deep timbre of her voice laced with gravity. "But what alliance does he seek? Why does he offer his jacket during battle?" Owen, sensing their gaze upon him, took a breath and stepped forward. "I come in peace," he started, trying to bridge the gap. "The gesture of offering my jacket was simply that, a gesture of protection and perhaps sympathy." His heart raced as he realized the misinterpretation of his instinctive action could spiral out of control. "A gesture of protection," Camilla echoed, her lips curving slightly at one corner. "But among us, it carries more weight. It signifies a bond, a commitment. You stand here as a vital part of our tribe now. Your act has bound us." Owen felt a chill run down his spine as the warriors murmured in agreement, their expressions marking a mixture of reverence and expectation. "I did not mean to," he began, but the words fell away. How could he explain that his understanding of human cultural conventions was far from what these fierce beings perceived? "The queen's honor is our honor," another warrior asserted, stepping closer. "The humans are different, but they have shown courage. Their strength lies in the heart, and perhaps that is what we need." Owen's mind raced. The cultural implications of his gesture were far greater than he had anticipated. He had merely acted out of instinct, a choice made to help someone in need. But here among the Virith, it echoed as a proposal of union. Camilla stepped forward again, her presence commanding. "If he does not honor this bond, it might insult our ways. We have extended our customs to you, Owen. How do you react?" Realizing the weight of her question, Owen felt the prickle of panic. I don't wish to cause dishonor," he stammered, desperation creeping into his voice. "But I'm just beginning to understand your ways and cannot pledge what I do not know." "Pledge what you do not know," Camilla repeated, raising an eyebrow. "Is that not what all must do? Learn to know through action?" This conversation spiraled into a dilemma that stung with every exchanged word. The Virith traditions ran deep, steeped in a legacy Owen had only begun to touch. Yet he could feel something stirring within him, a growing bond, a connection that was far deeper than mere duty. "I cannot pledge my life if I do not understand what that truly means," he spoke softly, finding the courage to be honest. "But I am here to learn. I am drawn to your culture, to your land, and to you." There was silence then, a moment where time seemed to halt in its tracks. Camilla's eyes shone, and for a fraction of a second, Owen caught a glimpse of vulnerability beneath her fierce exterior. She was a queen, a warrior burdened by tradition, navigating the complexities of her role in ways he could never fully grasp. And yet, those words hung in the air, tethering him to her. "What say you, tribe?" she called out, her voice resonating with authority. "Owen does not dismiss our ways. He seeks knowledge and understanding. May we not welcome him as one among us?" A murmur of agreement rippled through the ranks, and Owen felt relief wash over him, but it was tempered by the knowing that he was entangled in something that could not be easily unraveled. Thus began his initiation, not merely as an observer, but as an unexpected participant in a culture of honor. As the sun dipped behind the horizon, painting the sky with hues of orange and purple, Owen's heart fluttered with uncertainty and anticipation. He was tethered to a future he could not predict, but one that seemed written in the stars above. Days turned into weeks as Owen adapted to the rhythm of life among the Virith. The culture he had initially sought to study enveloped him like a warm embrace, transforming him from a detached observer into an integral part of the community. The initial tension surrounding the unintentional bond between him and Camila gradually melted into something rich and tender. Their days were filled with challenges and shared experiences that deepened their connection in unforeseen ways. Owen found himself participating in tribal rituals, learning to hunt with the warriors, gathering medicinal herbs with the elders, and even learning the intricate dance that celebrated the stars, a tribute to their ancestors. He reveled in the sensory wonders of Ireland, from the sweet aroma of blossoming plants to the vibrant colors of the nightly sky. One evening, as the suns dipped below the horizon, painting the world in soft shades of violet and gold, Camila invited Owen to observe a ritual honoring the Moon of Unity. It was a sacred ceremony where members of the tribe came together to speak promises of loyalty to their loved ones. Owen felt a thrill of excitement mixed with apprehension. He could hardly believe he would sit among them and be a part of such a cherished event. As they sat by a glowing bonfire, the grand flicker of flames casting shadows against the gathered figures, Owen could see Camila transform into her role as queen, a leader among her people. With ease, she spoke of unity, of strength found in love and friendship, and Owen realized how deeply she understood not only her culture, but their shared vulnerabilities. After the ceremony, Owen engaged Camila in conversation, asking her how she felt about the bond they had unintentionally created. "It is difficult to explain," she confessed, her voice softening as she brushed a stray hair behind her ear. "The jacket you gave me, it carries weight. I sense your heart's courage beneath your curious exterior. However, I also feel the shadows of uncertainty that cloud your thoughts." His stomach twisted at her observation. "I do feel uncertain. I'm learning, but the expectations weigh heavily. I have inadvertently crossed lines I didn't know existed. I don't want to do a disservice to you or your people." Camila smiled gently, her eyes reflecting warmth in the firelight. "The path of understanding is not an easy one, Owen. We are in this together, navigating a new frontier. Embrace the journey. It will not always be perfect, but that does not negate its meaning." That evening, something shifted between them. A spark ignited, born of shared fears and hope. They laughed and interacted with a growing familiarity, an emerging rhythm to their partnership that transcended words. Owen found himself admiring her fierce strength and the way she wielded her authority with grace. The challenges continued, however. One day, while exploring a nearby cliffside, Owen and Camila came across a beautiful, yet treacherous, gorge filled with vivid flora and unique rock formations. Curiosity pulled them closer, and as they trekked an uneven path, they found themselves amidst whispering tall grasses that swayed like waves, until their exploration took a dangerous turn. A sudden rock slide rumbled from above, sending boulders tumbling down the incline. Before Owen could react, Camila instinctively pushed him away, taking the brunt of the falling debris. "Owen!" she cried out, cracking the air with urgency. Flashes of panic surged through him as he rushed to her side, heart pounding. "Camila, are you okay?" he exclaimed, kneeling beside her, dread pooling in his stomach. "I am," she began, but winced as she shifted. Owen's heart sank at the sight of blood trickling down her arm from a deep cut, her body garlanded in dirt and scrapes from the rocky onslaught. No, 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 he murmured, the urgency of the moment forcing him into action. He frantically recalled the herbal remedies he had learned about from the elders, how to soothe wounds, alleviate pain, and mend cuts. As he examined her injury, Camila held his gaze, and though pain flickered across her features, there was an unmistakable strength in her eyes. You have spirit, Owen. Your presence here is an anomaly, but I sense you've embraced it. In a frenzy, Owen worked meticulously to clean her wound, applying the poultice of crushed herbs he had gathered earlier. With her breath steadying, he could sense the shift in the air, an unspoken understanding, an intertwining of destinies growing stronger in that vulnerable moment. You saved me, Camila whispered, a gentle smile gracing her lips despite the pain in her arm. No, Owen replied earnestly, shaking his head. You saved me first. This bond, this connection, it's not about titles or traditions. It's about us, and it's real. I'm here for you, and I want to be part of your world. As the dusk faded into night, the expanse of stars glittered overhead, the universe alive with their budding hope. In that moment, Owen recognized that they were forging a unique path together, one that could unite two disparate cultures through love and understanding. As they sat beneath the stars, both silent yet intertwined in their thoughts, Owen felt the weight of his commitment growing stronger. He was learning not just about the Virith, but about himself and the infinite possibilities of connection that awaited them. With each passing day, Owen found himself drawn deeper into the captivating world of the Virith, especially as his bond with Camila blossomed. Their days were filled with laughter, shared glances, and unspoken understanding, but the undercurrents of expectation were palpable. The tribe's eyes were ever watchful, and whispers abounded of a potential mating that seemed imminent. It was during a pivotal gathering, one that celebrated the upcoming full nesting moon, a festival that signified the time for unions to be formalized, that the reality of their connection surged forward. Camila had explained to Owen the significance of this lunar event. It is the time of mating, she had said, her tone a mix of pride and trepidation, a period where bonds are celebrated and our love is declared openly. As the day of the festival approached, Owen's heart raced at the thought of what this could mean. While he felt genuine affection for Camila, the cultural implications of mating alongside a queen weighed heavily on him. Would he be prepared to embrace such a life? Would it truly unite their worlds, or merely cause more conflict? The night of the celebration arrived, the air electric with excitement and anticipation. The tribe adorned themselves in elaborate paints and ornaments, illuminating the landscape with whimsical patterns that reflected the beauty of Ireland. Camila, breathtaking in her ceremonial attire, radiated strength and elegance. As she stepped into the glowing center of the tribal arena, Owen's heart surged with admiration. The ritual began with a series of ceremonial dances, each movement telling a story of love, bravery, and the bond between their peoples. Owen stood beside her, feeling like an outsider, yet she made him feel acknowledged in a way he had never experienced before. With each rhythmic beat of the tribal drums, the connection between them deepened, growing palpable in the air. Eventually, Camila was called forth to speak. Tonight, as we gather under the moon's embrace, we honor those who seek to join together, to meld their spirits. Mating is not merely a joining of bodies, but a weaving of hearts and lives. In this moment, I invite Owen to join me as we step into a sacred bond, a bond not just of tradition, but of true connection. Owen's stomach nodding. He could feel the gaze of the tribe intensify. Me, he whispered almost reflexively, confusion swirling inside him as he sensed the crowd's approval. The weight of expectation pressed heavily on his shoulders, and yet the flicker in Camila's eyes ignited a resolve he couldn't ignore. Yes, Owen, she encouraged softly, stepping closer. You've demonstrated your courage through actions and heart. I will not force you into anything you do not wish, but I have felt a bond grow between us, a connection that respects both our cultures. Taking a deep breath, Owen considered her words. He had come to cherish their time together, the intertwining of their fates. The idea of mating with Camila struck a chord within him, stirring emotions he hadn't fully recognized until now: love, admiration, and a desire to weave their worlds together. I accept, Owen declared, his voice firm yet tinged with awe. I want to honor this connection. I wish to learn your ways and build a life side by side." Cheers erupted from the tribe, a chorus of happiness that echoed against the backdrop of Ireland's night sky. The energy shifted, spiraling into a celebration of life, love, and the uncharted future that awaited them. As the ritual unfolded, Camilla and Owen stood at the center of the gathering, the cool glow of the moon illuminating them. The ceremonial chants rose, weaving a spell of unison, as rites of mating were declared. Virith traditions emphasized that mating was not solely physical. It was a profound commitment to one another's lives, a promise to honor and protect, elements that resonated deeply with Owen. As they were draped in the ceremonial shawl, symbolic of their connection, Owen felt fears dissolve amidst the warmth of acceptance from the tribe and from Camilla. He had glimpsed the heart of her world, and it beat in time with his own, a rhythm they would learn together. In a moment that felt suspended in time, Owen reached for Camilla's hand, intertwining their fingers. "Together," he whispered, a promise brushed along her skin. The night surged onward, alive with laughter, music, and the joyous acknowledgement of their union. As they danced beneath the stars, Owen felt the energies of their cultures fuse, his heart resonating with the vibrant pulse of the tribe. They were not merely two beings drawn together, they were tens of thousands of stories uniting into one. And the world around them, fiery and alive, celebrated this newfound connection of mating, weaving together two disparate threads into the fabric of their shared destiny. The festival radiated with exuberance as the night wore on, voices mingling in harmony, laughter echoing like a symphony throughout the vibrant clearing. The tribe, adorned in the brilliant colors of their ceremonial attire, danced beneath the luminous glow of the full nesting moon, celebrating the union of Camilla and Owen, a bond that had blossomed amidst the heart of Ireland. Owen felt a wave of elation wash over him as he twirled Camilla into his arms, the joy of their people infectious. With each turn, he was reminded of the journey that had led them here, from the first moments of uncertainty to this overwhelming celebration of love and connection. The air was thick with energy, shimmering with possibilities as they danced, their movements fluid and instinctive, embodying the spirit of their cultures intertwining. As the two moved to the rhythmic beats of the tribal drums, Owen felt as though he were no longer an outsider peering in. He was a vital part of this world in this moment, his heart swelling with pride for the tribe that had embraced him so fully. The warmth of their acceptance enveloped him like a protective cloak, rendering his previous fears of inadequacy obsolete. The ceremony continued to unfold, and tribespeople began to share gifts with the couple, each item presented steeped in meaning. An elder approached, offering a delicate necklace woven with silver threads and shimmering stones, symbolizing protection and connection. "For your journey together," the elder intoned, her voice filled with reverence as she draped the necklace around Camilla's neck. Owen marveled at the beauty of the gesture and the art of the creation. Next came a vibrant shawl, hand-woven with intricate patterns that depicted the stories of the universe, from creation myths to tales of bravery. This gift, presented by one of the tribe's warriors, signified the strength they hoped to see in Owen as he took on the role of guardian and partner. He felt honored, his heart brimming with gratitude and responsibility. The tribe's hopes folded into each blessing. Camilla caught Owen's eye throughout the ritual, her smile radiant and reassuring, yet he sensed an underlying tension woven into the fabric of their celebration. Mating was a serious commitment among her people, one that held values of loyalty, growth, and shared experience. He could feel the weight of this expectation, the understanding that this bond was not merely a formality, but a lifelong promise. As the music flowed and laughter danced in the air, Owen contemplated the profound significance of the night. While he felt joy bubbling within him, a flicker of uncertainty crept at the edges of his consciousness. What if he faltered? What if his understanding of Virith customs, and most importantly, of Camilla herself, was not enough? How could he promise a future without knowing what lay ahead? Once the festivities settled into a gentle crescendo of merriment, Camilla leaned closer to him, her voice soft yet firm. "Owen, what weighs on your heart?" His gaze dropped momentarily, searching for the right words. "This union, our mating, it is beautiful, yet terrifying. What if I don't live up to your expectations, or those of your people?" Camila took his hand, her fingers weaving through his, grounding him. You already have. You have shown courage, compassion, and an openness that is more rare than many realize. Our paths may differ, but love knows no boundaries. We will navigate this together. The assurance in her voice calmed his racing heart. Their connection was already a testament to how their disparate worlds could intertwine into something extraordinary, and he was beginning to see the beauty in the uncertainty. As they watched the stars illuminate the night sky, the vibrant glow of the moon casting a silvery sheen over the scene, Owen felt alive with promise. This was merely the beginning. Life would challenge them, surprise them, but they had chosen to face it united. With that thought swirling in his mind, they approached a sacred tree at the edge of the gathering, a massive ancient entity whose roots twisted deeply into the ground, anchoring it to the very essence of Ireland. Camila's expression shifted to one of reverence, her eyes gleaming with purpose. Here, beneath this tree, many couples have made their promises, she explained, her tone whisper-soft, as if even breathing too loudly would disturb the magic of the moment. It symbolizes strength and unity. I want us to make our vows here. In the soft light of the bonfire, Owen nodded, feeling the emotional weight of the moment. I vow to honor and cherish you, to learn your ways and adapt as we build our life together, he promised, his voice steady as if the very roots of the tree grounded him. Camila smiled, impassioned. I vow to stand beside you, to protect you as my equal, and to embrace the differences that make us who we are. Together, they laid their hands upon the tree's rough bark, feeling the life force emanating from within, a tangible promise that echoed their words, binding their intentions into the very heart of Ireland. Back amidst the festivities, the crowd roared with approval, chanting and weaving joyous shouts around them. Owen felt celebrated as never before. This was not just a joining of two individuals. This was an awakening of new beginnings, stepping into unity as they carved out a path together. Days turned into weeks, and the seasons shifted beneath the watchful eye of Ireland's twin moons. Owen found himself immersed more deeply in the life of the tribe. He assisted in training with the warriors, integrating elements of Earth's martial arts into their training regimens while learning the Virith methods of combat and survival. With each day, his bond with them grew stronger, deepening his sense of belonging. Yet he could not shake off the power of one looming promise, mating. It was not simply a joining of bodies, but a meld of heart and spirit, a commitment that required nurturing and care. Every night as he lay beside Camila, thoughts of what awaited them raced through his mind. Would their nights be filled with harmony? Or would misunderstanding seep in, threatening the love they had so diligently cultivated? One balmy evening, he approached her as she practiced the tribal dance, a breathtaking display of strength and fluidity. Her movements flowed seamlessly like water, and he couldn't take his eyes off her. As he clapped and cheered her on, something within him sparked. Will you teach me? He asked, stepping forward to take her hand. Cocking her head, she laughed warmly, a sound that echoed through the night. It is not easy to follow the rhythms of our people, but if you truly wish to learn, I shall guide you. They spent the evening practicing, moving through the steps as she instructed him, her laughter ringing in the twilight air. Each time Owen stumbled, she would correct him with gentle encouragement, her passion for her culture shining like the stars above. What began as awkward movements soon transformed into a synchronization that enchanted them both. Together, they found a rhythm, much like their relationship, a seamless dance of learning, accepting, and discovering one another anew each day. Over time, Owen's confidence grew, not just in the dance, but as he embraced the role of a mate and partner. He became more involved in tribal meetings, learned to share their customs with respect, and showcased their traditions to visitors, bridging understanding between humans and Virith. Each encounter only strengthened the path they were forging together. As the full nesting moon reappeared in the sky, the annual mating ritual loomed closer, stirring a tempest of emotions within him. Owen wanted this ritual to be perfect, a ceremony where love, mutual respect, and commitment were honored. He sought counsel with the tribe's elders, absorbing their advice on traditions and the significance of mating. They expounded on the depth of the commitment, intricacies of life shared, and promises made amidst the woven tapestry of their cultures. Eventually, the day of the ceremony arrived, a festival like no other. The atmosphere crackled with energy, a palpable excitement that mirrored Owen's own racing heartbeat. As he prepared beside Camilla, he felt a whirlwind of joy and trepidation. The vibrant gathering unfolded, echoing with chants celebrating their union. The tribe encircled them, friends and family, their faces filled with smiles reflecting hope. Camilla stood before him, her presence calming. "Owen, as we step into this commitment, remember your heart," she whispered, leaning close, her eyes searching his. "Our union is sacred, but it is also a journey of discovery and growth. Trust in our bond." Nodding, Owen squeezed her hand, feeling the warmth of her spirit envelop him. They exchanged vows, words flowing smoothly like a river of understanding, as they committed to support one another through both joys and trials. A wave of relief cascaded over him. This was where he belonged. As the ceremony culminated, the leaders of the tribe summoned them to partake in a mating blessing, a ritual enveloping the couple in herbs known for their unifying properties. Each infusion meant to symbolize and solidify their connection. "Owen and Camilla," the eldest said, her voice resonating with authority. "May your union flourish, may love guide you, and may you cherish this bond through the seasons of life." Steam wafted around them, and Owen felt as though he were floating, suspended in euphoria. Each breath they shared nourished the intimacy that had grown between them. This was not merely about two bodies coming together. It was an earnest declaration of their dreams for the future. Their lives intertwined under the watchful gaze of Irelyth's moons. They found solace in one another's arms. Each passing day enriched their story, a profound understanding forged through shared laughter, silent moments, and a growing tapestry of memories. In the quiet hours of the night, as they lay beneath a blanket of stars, their hands entwined, Owen felt a surge of gratitude for the journey that had brought them together. The uncertainty that once loomed overhead had shifted into a clear understanding of what they had built together, a life filled with love, challenges, and the promise of countless adventures. And as he drifted off to sleep, Camilla's head resting on his shoulder, his heart swelled with hope and joy. They were woven into the fabric of existence, a partnership born of love. Together, they would weave their own tale, one filled with laughter, exploration, and the beauty of two worlds colliding in harmony.